video is me braiding my sister's hair for work. This was done last week, and she hadn't asked me in a little while to braid her hair, so it's like, sure, we'll do it. And before I get into a lot of random things that I tend to talk about, please remember to like the video and leave a comment, as that's really helpful with the channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So, Jordan's been quite busy lately and hasn't been home a lot, but when she has been home, we've been trying to film at least one thing. So, I believe that is all we filmed this day, but we have filmed some other things that I think have come out already. Sorry about that. I don't know if you could hear the audio from the video twice, maybe. This is my first time filming the voiceover on my computer, and I didn't know how it was going to go. So, I have gotten a MacBook so that I could use iMovie, because I am an iMovie person. I've been using iMovie since I was like 12, maybe 11 even. So it's what I know the best, and I made the purchase of buying the computer because in the good old days, which are probably not the good old days, but in my day, back in my day, I learned on my mom's mini Mac, and then eventually we didn't use it anymore because everybody was like switching to iPods and stuff, and I had taken a break from video editing. And then when I got my mom's old iPad is when I downloaded it on my old iPad, and then I picked up where I left off and made a bunch of edits and little videos and all of that. And then we came here, I guess. we're at this point, but I've used iMovie on more handheld devices since, and so this is my first time with a computer in a long time using it, and I do like it. It does have a lot of differences because you get like more transitions on here, and I don't remember if on the mobile version you got to do the rolling credits, but that was something I used to use a lot. And then what else is something I'm able to do on here that I can't? Sorry, I had to clear my throat. The air is still so very dry. I don't know, but I now, the noise suppression and stuff, that kind of helps when I do these. But yeah, I'll edit the ASMR videos on my computer, and then I still edit my gaming videos on my iPad because I'm able to move the titles around on there, and I tend to do the title things a lot when I highlight something that's been said or so. And yeah, that's how I kind of keep them organized now and not having too many videos on one device, but it's been working and I've been enjoying relearning and everything. So, yes. But like I was saying at the beginning, Jordan and I have recorded at least one video a week. And today we are going to be recording me trying a Thai massage on her. It's going to be kind of like a role play, but I'm going to have her in it. And I'm no expert at it, but I've watched a couple videos on other people doing what they're calling Thai massages. And I tried to look up what makes a Thai massage. And so I'm going to try it as like an amateur or a student learning massage, giving a Thai massage or practicing a Thai massage. So I hope that goes well. I'm going to say it's like practicing because I still haven't done like in-depth notes, but I kind of remember the things I've seen other people do. And so it's definitely not professional. I am no professional at anything I do in these videos unless it has to do with graphic design. That is what I went to school for. That's what I've got a degree in. So, yeah. Anything else I do on here, I think anyway, I wouldn't say I'm a professional in. So, I had to write myself a list of possible ideas of things to talk about because my brain is so fried. I think I mentioned in the last video where I did a voiceover how I've been feeling and dealing with things over the last few months, and it's just, it's taken a lot out of me, and I can't share everything. I think when I did talk about it, I shared what I could. It's nothing crazy, it's just more personal things that I'm going through, and so that's why these have been kind of hard for me to do, because that stuff's taken up quite a bit of my life outside of doing videos, and I don't want to keep talking about the same thing over and over, especially if it's not super upbeat, or not that these have to be upbeat, but I don't want to constantly be talking about things that may make me come off as a downer, because this is supposed to be like a positive environment for everyone, and I want you to be able to relax, and I don't want to upset anything inside of any of you listening to the point where it's like stressing you out. And yeah, although I do feel it is important to talk about those things from time to time, so I'm not saying that I don't feel comfortable talking about it, because if you've been here a while, you do know that I definitely talk about things as I'm dealing with them, and stress, anxiety things, because we're all human and that happens. But I'm not trying to bombard you with those kinds of things constantly. So, but moving on to things that I have written on my list, I have been on a cleaning kick. Good old YouTube recommending you things. I came across this channel called Midwest Magic Cleaning, and you'll have to let me know if you know who that is. But he's been inspiring me to go through things and clear things out and just really deep clean some areas of my house that nobody thinks to deep clean. Like, I really wiped down our Lazy Susan, and I didn't realize how much it needed that, which we all have places in our homes that we don't think to clean, okay? So don't shame me, but I completely emptied the Lazy Susan. I looked at the dates on everything, which I do that quite often actually. I'll clear out things that are no longer in the date. And so I completely took everything out, gutted it. I donned dish soap and watered the different levels of it, and really, really cleaned it out. And then I reorganized it. Our top one, so ours is like really cheap, I would say. The plastic on it, and I don't know what we put on there besides cans, which we really don't try to put cans on the top one anyway. But the top one, something was weighing it down, so ours is like, at the front it looks normal, but when you start turning it towards the back it dips, and you can see it's like hanging, and anything heavy you put on it would slide down to the back of it. And so I made sure to organize all the cans. I put them all on the bottom, which there was space on both the top and the bottom after I did this, which really surprised me. And we put chips on the Lazy Susan on the top, and then I put, from our pantry, I put the ramen noodles in there on the top because those aren't very heavy. And then we also have a container of like bags of spices and Italian dressing mixes and brown gravy mixes, stuff like that. It's just a bunch of the packet type stuff. And so I put that on there because it was really light. And then at the front I did put the cans of like tuna or the chicken in those really thin cans. I got these organizers from the TikTok shop so they could stack. So I put those in a bottom one. And then I put all the random condiments that we have that aren't open yet in another one on top of that. So that way the weight is at the front instead of at the back. And the way this thing has little feet, it keeps it like locked in place with the, what is that called? There's like divots in the Lazy Susan itself, so it actually keeps it in place, so that keeps the weight at the front instead of letting everything slide to the back. So I tried to balance it out. And then, yeah, like I said, on the bottom, it was a bunch of cans, and I even moved some other things from the pantry into the Lazy Susan. So a lot of the cans we grab the most are at the front, like tomato soup, the cream of chicken, what else do we have? Like the peas, the corn, and the green beans, and the cans and stuff like that. right there at our fingertips, and on the other side at the front is the pasta sauce. And at the back, I put our extra containers of oats for oatmeal, and there's whatever my mom uses the other kind for. There's like two different ways to do the oats. There's the oatmeal ones, and then I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but put those down there, and then we also had some containers of grits because my mom makes this cheesy shrimp and grits, and it's so good. I love it, but we don't have it all the time because the shrimp can get expensive. But so we had those, and that's pretty much everything on the bottom. But it's just like all the cans that makes it heavy. And then once I did that, I was happy to do the utensil drawer because we do have a utensil holder with the main things we grab for on the counter. And then we have the extra things like any wine bottle closer, whatever those are called, the topper things for after you open a wine bottle. The chip clips, the bag closers. And then, like the pizza cutter, stuff like that. The things you don't grab for all the time. So I reorganized that. And I found I've been keeping bread tags. And this may be a well-known thing or not, but I've been keeping the bread tags because I had seen a hack somewhere that you can use them to put on your cords. So if you have, because I've got a couple of power strips and bricks where you can plug in multiple cords. And so for my computer, I have, goodness, I don't even know, like 6 or 7 things plugged in down there. And so instead of having to follow the cord to whatever the thing is, you put a bread tag around it by the plug, and you can write on it what it is. And that saves so much time when you go to have, like, you go to unplug something, you have to unplug it. And yeah, so I've kept a bunch of them. I didn't realize how many I had, but I would like to do that to the rest of the plugs in the house that are all kind of on a power strip. My mom thought I was crazy, but I told her how well it's been working, and so she's like, okay, but she's like, do we need to keep collecting them? And I'm like, yeah, because you never know. And I do prefer to use the white ones just because you can see them better when you write on them. Some of them, like the blue ones and stuff, can get kind of hard to read. And they have the dates printed on them. So, just depends. I think that's only on one side though. And yes, but you could color code them if you wanted to as well. So anyway, I've been really inspired by watching Midwest Magic Cleaning's channel. And if you haven't heard of him, he does like free cleanings for people with ADHD and autism, and then cases of hoarding and anything along those lines. And I just find those really fascinating to watch. I've never before seen cleaning videos where they're like sped up, but I like that he does voiceovers for them. I think the really early ones he did not have voiceovers, and it was more like music he played over it. But there's something about listening to him talk about things he knows and then how like generous he is and how kindly he talks about these people that I just find so comforting and enjoyable. And over the last few months I have been on a weird like organization cleaning kick anyway, so when I saw that I was like, okay, and it motivated me even more to want to go through things. So we've been going through our garage and clearing a lot of stuff out. I think my being inspired by this guy and his channel has inspired my mom, and so we've both been really digging through things and trying to figure out what we need and what we don't need, and then just trying to like better organize what we are keeping. And so my house has been kind of flipped upside down. I don't know if you can tell in any of the videos I've posted recently, because I try really hard to keep like the not so organized stuff out of the view of my videos, but we have had bins along the walls and everything as we've been pulling stuff in for a weekend and sorting through it, and then the next weekend switching out what we have brought in and going through that. And the weekend's really the only time we have to do that, because my mom is at work during the week and then is tired when she gets home, understandably. So we've just been working on it slowly. But yeah, I just want to figure out better ways to organize my own stuff, especially in my room. I know that my glass shelf where all my little figurines are is no longer big enough for them, and I'm trying to find another solution. I was gifted something from the TikTok shop, like it's a giant rotating shelf, and I didn't think it was going to be as wide as it was, so I have to see if I want to do that in my room or if I want to see if it fits in my closet, and then I reorganize my ASMR props onto that thing with different bins and pull the shelf out that holds everything now and put that under my little glass figurine shelf, so that way I can put like my pop figures and any other little figures I have that aren't glass onto that. It's like this whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. But I just would like my stuff to be organized better, and it is kind of hard because my room is where I work, and I just don't feel like everything's easily accessible to me, partially because I can only really open one of my closet doors at a time, and I try to keep my props that I go to more often near the side I can open, but I also have clothes over there. Just don't know. I'm trying to figure things out. But yes, so that's kind of where I've been at with stuff, literal stuff, and then I've been trying to give myself a little bit more grace with things. I have been playing different video games and just trying to make sure I relax occasionally. But we are coming up on the end of the video now. Thank you so much for watching this. If you hung out the whole time and listened to me blabber on about things, I hope it was still relaxing to watch the braiding alongside my voice. I hope that I didn't sound too, not raspy, but like, there's definitely something different about my voice today. Hopefully that's okay. And yeah, I'm hoping to have Lindsay come over soon so I can do her hair. And then I'm going to check in with my cousin and see if she wants to do another hair video with me. Because we have had quite a bit of Jordan lately, but I know a lot of you like when I do Jordan's hair. So, yep. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I hope this was relaxing for you. If I didn't say that already, I think I did, but I appreciate you so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.
It's a little more flat than that one was, so I tried to bump it up.